Hey there, beautiful Aries souls. June is not just another month on the calendar, it's about to flip your world upside down in ways you never saw coming. Love, money, and career? All three areas will experience unexpected twists and turns, shaking the foundations you thought were solid. But what if I told you this cosmic chaos isn't just random? What if these upheavals are actually powerful invitations for growth, healing, and transformation? If you've been feeling restless or off balance lately, you're not alone, and the stars are working overtime to push you beyond old patterns. This month, with Mercury retrograde mixing it up with Mars's fiery energy, your natural Aries impulse to charge forward will be challenged to slow down, reflect, and choose your battles wisely. It's a wild ride, but one that can lead you to profound self-awareness and a deeper sense of peace. Here on Zen Mind Peaceful Life, we don't just read horoscopes, we decode the cosmic messages so you can apply them in your daily life and unlock your highest potential. So if you want to understand exactly what June has in store for you, how to navigate these shocks with calm and confidence, and transform challenges into opportunities, make sure to subscribe. Hit that like button and share this video with your fellow Aries friends. Stay tuned, because the insights coming up will help you turn June's chaos into your greatest personal breakthrough. Let's dive in. You know, Aries, there's something about June this year that feels like the universe is hitting your life's reset button, but in a way that's both thrilling and terrifying at the same time. It's like the cosmic winds are swirling just beneath your skin, stirring everything you thought you knew about love, money, and career. If you've been feeling that itch to shake things up, or maybe that uneasy flutter like something big is about to drop, you're right on the pulse of a major celestial event. The stars aren't messing around, and this month is set to test your resilience, your instincts, and most importantly, your ability to grow through chaos. Right now, Mars, your ruling planet, the fiery engine of your zodiac, is moving through Gemini, a placement that can feel like being caught in a mental tornado. Normally, Mars fires you up to chase goals head-on with fierce determination. But Gemini's energy twists that direct drive into scattered impulses, rapid thoughts, and a restless urge to explore every option at once. Imagine trying to sprint a marathon while juggling flaming torches. That's Mars in Gemini for Aries. Your usual single-minded focus splinters, and you might find yourself jumping from one idea to another without really landing. That restless energy is real, and it can make June feel like a mental tug-of-war, leaving you exhausted or frustrated. At the same time, Mercury is retrograding in your communication sector. Now, Mercury retrograde often gets a bad rap as the mess everything up planet, but that's only part of the story. What it really invites us to do is slow down, reflect, and clear out the noise before moving forward. For Aries, who thrives on speed and action, this can feel like a total power outage. Words get tangled, messages are misunderstood, and decisions that once felt so clear suddenly come into question. This celestial combo means June might bring a lot of moments where your impulsive Aries fire needs to take a back seat to patience and careful thought. Let me share a story from a friend who's a classic Aries with Mars in Gemini. She runs her own small business, and last June, this exact setup hit her hard. Her normally swift decisions slowed to a crawl because every client email seemed confusing, and contracts required double and triple checks. She felt the pressure to move fast, the kind Aries hates, but learned that slowing down actually saved her thousands of dollars and prevented a business disaster. It wasn't easy, though. At first, she was ready to throw in the towel, convinced she was losing her edge. But by embracing this forced pause, she discovered new ways to communicate more clearly and even found time to nurture creative projects that had been on the back burner. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed by mixed messages or a foggy mind this month, here's a practical nugget: give yourself permission to pause. Whether that means stepping away from a heated conversation, double-checking important emails before hitting send, or simply taking 5 deep breaths before responding to a stressful situation, this space you create will become your secret weapon. Patience, which might feel foreign to your Aries nature right now, is actually the gateway to clearer decisions and stronger connections. Speaking of connections, love life is another area ripe for transformation this June. Aries, your passionate heart is known for diving headfirst into relationships, fueled by raw honesty and blazing enthusiasm. But this month, the stars are sending you a more complicated love lesson. Expect sudden shifts, maybe arguments with a partner that surface old wounds, or surprises in your dating life that leave you questioning what you really want. But rather than fearing these challenges, think of them as opportunities to grow emotionally. Passionate conflicts can feel like volcanic eruptions, but underneath that fire is the chance to clear out old patterns and rebuild trust on a deeper level. A client I worked with recently, also an Aries, went through this kind of upheaval. Her usually bold and direct approach in love was met with unexpected resistance, sparking a fierce argument with her partner. The emotional fallout was intense, and she initially wanted to shut down and retreat. But by leaning into mindfulness practices and consciously choosing to listen more deeply, she found that what felt like a breakup was actually a breakthrough. They started to understand each other in ways they never had before, and their connection grew stronger. This experience reminded her, and it can remind you, that sometimes the fire needs oxygen to breathe and transform, not just burn out. To navigate these emotional ups and downs, a simple but powerful practice is to pause and ask yourself, am I reacting from a place of fear or love right now? That split-second question can shift your entire mindset and help you respond with compassion rather than frustration. It's not always easy, especially when Aries' impulsive energy is begging you to charge ahead, but the payoff is worth it. On the financial front, Aries, things are just as unpredictable. You might be facing unexpected expenses, a surprise bill, a needed repair, or even sudden shifts in income. These financial surprises can feel like punches, especially if you've been used to a steady flow of resources. But the other side of this volatility is opportunity. Sometimes, a shakeup in money can force us to rethink our habits and get smarter about how we manage our resources. It's a chance to align your spending with what truly matters to you, rather than just reacting to impulses or external pressures. I remember talking to another Aries who was blindsided by a major car repair last June. Instead of spiraling into frustration, she used it as a wake-up call to create a realistic budget and emergency fund, something she'd never prioritized before. Over time, this shift gave her a sense of control and calm she hadn't realized was missing. Her story shows that financial ups and downs, while stressful, can be powerful teachers if we allow ourselves to learn from them. If money feels unstable right now, try this practical approach: journal about your money beliefs. What stories do you tell yourself about your financial worth or scarcity? Often, these subconscious beliefs drive our spending and saving patterns. Becoming aware of them is the first step to creating healthier financial habits that serve your goals and peace of mind. Then there's your career, Aries. This area of your life may feel like a whirlwind, with sudden changes, opportunities, or conflicts shaking up your usual routine. The impulsive Aries in you might want to resist this chaos, to cling to what feels safe and familiar. But the stars are nudging you to embrace flexibility instead. Sometimes, the universe disrupts our career path to open a door we never saw before, a chance to pivot, start fresh, or chase a passion project you've been ignoring. Picture an Aries friend of mine who, during one of these turbulent June periods, faced a tense standoff with her boss. Instead of doubling down on conflict, she took a step back and started exploring side projects that aligned with her deeper values. Months later, she launched her own creative business that not only brought her more joy but also financial stability. Her story is a testament to the power of staying open and adaptable during professional chaos. If your career feels uncertain, here's something to try. Practice visualization or meditation focused on what you want your work life to feel like, rather than what you fear. This mindset shift can reduce anxiety and create space for unexpected opportunities to appear. Trust that sometimes, losing your footing is the universe's way of helping you find a better path. All these shifts, mental, emotional, financial, and professional, might feel overwhelming, but they're also packed with potential for deep transformation. The key is to lean into the discomfort rather than resist it, knowing that growth often comes wrapped in chaos. By learning to slow down, listen deeply, and stay open to change, you turn what seems like upheaval into a powerful journey of self-discovery. And this is only the beginning of what June has in store. The next part will dive into how you can harness this energy not just to survive the storms, but to thrive and step into your fullest power. Stay with me, because the cosmic insights ahead will help you turn confusion into clarity and chaos into calm. When life throws you a curveball, Aries, your first instinct is often to charge forward, to blaze a trail with your fiery energy and sheer willpower. But June's celestial shifts invite you into a different kind of game, one where risk and reward dance a delicate waltz, and where the impulsive rush needs a touch of strategy and reflection. The energy surrounding you isn't just about sudden changes, it's about learning when to leap and when to pause, when to hold tight and when to loosen your grip. Imagine a friend who owns a startup, an Aries just like you, fueled by a relentless drive to succeed. She was ready to invest heavily in a new marketing campaign when her gut told her to hold back. At first, she brushed off that caution, convinced that action was always better than hesitation. But as she dug a little deeper and consulted trusted advisors, she realized that the timing wasn't right. A market shift was coming that could have sunk her campaign. By waiting and recalibrating, she not only saved a significant amount of money but positioned her business to thrive when the tides turned. Her story reveals a powerful truth: not every battle needs to be fought head-on. And sometimes the smartest Aries move is patience disguised as courage. This month, when your impulsive instincts kick in, try to ask yourself, is this a calculated risk, or am I rushing because I'm uncomfortable with uncertainty? That simple question can save you from costly mistakes and open the door to smarter, more intentional choices. Remember, your Aries fire is a gift, but it burns brightest when tempered with wisdom. At the heart of this month's challenges is a test of emotional balance. Aries, your passionate nature often means you feel things intensely, but June asks you to recognize when your emotions are steering you off course. Fiery as you are, there's a fine line between passionate drive and reactive outbursts. When you find yourself pushed to the edge, whether in a relationship or at work, there's immense power in stepping back and observing your feelings without judgment. I recall working with an Aries client who struggled with this exact issue. She was prone to impulsive reactions whenever things didn't go her way, especially under pressure. June's energy pushed her into several emotionally charged confrontations that felt exhausting and unproductive. What made the difference for her was adopting a simple mindfulness practice, pausing when emotions surged, taking a few deep breaths, and grounding herself with a mantra: I respond with clarity, not impulse. Over time, this practice didn't just diffuse conflict, it transformed her relationships and brought a newfound sense of peace. If you're wondering how to begin this for yourself, start small. The next time you feel tension rising, try this: close your eyes for just 30 seconds, focus on your breath, and remind yourself that you have control over your reactions. It's like giving your Aries fire a pause button, allowing you to channel your energy constructively instead of combusting unpredictably. Now, thinking about the unexpected allies who might appear this month. There's a fascinating dynamic at play. Often, when Aries is in the middle of upheaval, the natural instinct is to go it alone, relying on your independent streak. But June's cosmic currents might surprise you by bringing support from unexpected places. Someone you barely knew before could become a crucial source of guidance or encouragement. One Aries I know was going through a tough career transition. She'd hit a plateau, feeling stuck and isolated in her ambitions. Then, out of the blue, a former colleague reached out with an opportunity she never anticipated, a collaboration that opened new doors and renewed her passion for her work. This serendipitous connection was no accident but a reflection of how being open, even when things seem uncertain, can invite powerful support. So, when you feel isolated or overwhelmed, Remember to lean into connection. Reach out, even if it feels uncomfortable. You might be surprised by how the universe sends the right people just when you need them most. Sometimes, the best way to light your own fire is to stand near someone else's spark. As June pushes you to test your patience, Aries, you'll quickly learn that your legendary impulsiveness isn't always the hero of your story. The month may bring moments where you feel the urge to burst through obstacles immediately, but success might instead come from holding your ground, waiting for the right moment, and planning carefully. Think about a time when you rushed headfirst and later wished you had paused. Perhaps you made a big purchase without considering the consequences or jumped into a relationship too quickly, only to realize it wasn't the right fit. These moments are teaching you that patience is not weakness, it's strength disguised as calm. It's your ability to wait for the perfect wave before you surf, rather than chasing every ripple. You can cultivate this patience by setting small daily intentions, whether it's waiting 10 minutes before responding to a frustrating email or taking a walk to clear your mind before making a big decision. Over time, these little pauses build resilience and keep your Aries fire burning steady rather than flickering out in frustration. Taking a deeper astrological view, Mars in Gemini and Mercury retrograde aren't just random planetary events, they activate parts of your chart that govern communication and your sense of self. This means June isn't just about external chaos, it's about internal conversations. How do you talk to yourself when plans go sideways? How do you narrate your story when things feel unstable? Self-talk is powerful, Aries. If your inner voice is harsh or impatient, the chaos outside will feel unbearable. But if you can nurture a compassionate, steady dialogue with yourself, you'll find that external storms don't shake you as much. One Aries I coached began a daily practice of journaling affirmations that reminded her of her strength and adaptability. This subtle shift in mindset helped her navigate a tumultuous June with surprising grace. To begin cultivating this, try this exercise. Each morning, look in the mirror and say something empowering like, "I am capable of handling change with grace." It might feel awkward at first, but over time, these words rewire your brain to expect resilience instead of chaos. As the month progresses, watch how your natural Aries courage transforms from reckless to refined. It's a journey of learning when to strike and when to nurture. And here's the exciting part: mastering this balance doesn't just help you survive June's shakeups, it sets the foundation for long-term growth that can elevate every area of your life. So as you navigate love's fiery challenges, financial surprises, career shifts, and the dance between risk and reward, remember that this month is inviting you to grow beyond your usual limits. The next sections will explore how to use these lessons to build spiritual strength and personal peace, turning chaos into a path of enlightenment. Stick around, Aries. Your most powerful breakthroughs are just ahead. As June unfolds, certain days carry an intensity that feels almost electric, stirring the cosmic currents in ways you can't ignore. These key moments aren't just arbitrary, they're celestial checkpoints designed to awaken something deep inside you. Aries. There's a powerful urge to watch for signs around the 10th and the 24th, as the planetary alignments on these days can push the energy to a new level, prompting shifts that might initially feel unsettling but ultimately lead to growth. The universe is inviting you to be present, to observe rather than react, and to let these moments serve as turning points in your journey. Think of it like waves crashing against the shore. Sometimes, the impact feels overwhelming, but over time, the tide smooths the rocks and carves out new landscapes. Similarly, these dates could mark moments where your life feels shaken. But beneath the surface, something new is being formed, a stronger, wiser version of you. You may notice conversations that suddenly clarify, decisions that become obvious, or opportunities that reveal themselves in unexpected ways. Paying close attention to your intuition during these days can be a game changer. When life feels like it's spinning faster than usual, your mental clarity can blur, making it hard to see the path ahead. The spiritual lesson woven into this cosmic dance is about surrender. Not giving up, but rather releasing the need to control every detail. It's about trusting the process and knowing that the inner work you do now, the reflection, the self-care, the small acts of mindfulness, are building a foundation for peace, no matter what chaos swirls outside. Many Aries have shared how this surrender isn't easy, it feels like going against your nature. Yet, when they lean into it, a sense of calm emerges that surprises them. Incorporating daily meditation or even brief moments of deep breathing can be transformative. It's not about hours of practice but carving out sacred space amid the busyness. Even just 5 minutes of focused breath can anchor you when your mind races or emotions surge. This practice isn't a luxury, it's a necessary tool that keeps your fiery energy from burning out. When it comes to relationships this month, the stars are encouraging a subtle but powerful shift. You might find yourself drawn toward people who balance your intensity with calm and patience. Signs like Libra, with their diplomatic nature, or even the grounded earth signs, can provide a soothing contrast that helps you find equilibrium. This doesn't mean abandoning your natural fire but rather integrating it with a gentle rhythm that invites harmony. I recall a client who found herself repeatedly clashing with fellow fire signs this June. The fiery energy created sparks, but often led to exhaustion and misunderstandings. When she opened up to a Libra friend, she discovered a different pace, a chance to breathe, listen, and be heard without judgment. This balance didn't dull her flame, it gave her a new way to express it without burning out. For Aries, learning to embrace complementary energies can turn relationships from battlegrounds into safe harbors. Navigating financial surprises means tuning into your values more than ever. When sudden expenses pop up or income fluctuates, it's tempting to react impulsively or worry. Instead, shifting your focus to what truly matters in your financial life can guide better decisions. What are your priorities? What brings you joy and security? Letting these questions lead your spending and saving creates a sense of alignment that steadies you through uncertainty. Someone I spoke with recently described how a sudden financial setback pushed her to reevaluate not just her budget but her entire relationship with money. She began tracking her expenses more mindfully. Not to restrict herself but to free herself from unconscious spending. Over time, this awareness brought confidence and peace, transforming money from a source of stress into a tool for empowerment. Career-wise, the month invites you to be open to unexpected possibilities that may initially feel risky or uncomfortable. The professional path is rarely a straight line, and June's disruptions could be nudges toward a passion project, a new skill, or even a different industry. It's natural to resist change, especially when stability feels precious, but the greatest growth often happens outside our comfort zones. A close friend of mine, also an Aries, experienced this firsthand. Faced with uncertainty at work, she resisted at first, clinging to familiar routines. But as she allowed herself to explore new interests and network in different circles, doors opened she hadn't anticipated. The shift didn't happen overnight, but by staying curious and adaptable, she carved out a more fulfilling career path that aligned with her true purpose. If you're feeling stuck or uncertain professionally, consider setting a small goal that stretches you just a bit, whether it's reaching out to a mentor, learning a new tool, or pitching a bold idea. These small steps create momentum that can carry you through bigger changes with more confidence. Underpinning all these external changes is a profound journey inward. The chaos and uncertainty of June serve as mirrors reflecting areas where your inner world craves attention. This isn't about fixing or forcing but gently exploring your own mind and heart with kindness. Self-reflection, journaling, or even therapy can be powerful allies now, helping you uncover patterns that either support or sabotage your growth. One Aries I worked with used journaling as a daily ritual during a turbulent June. She wrote without judgment, letting her fears, hopes, and frustrations flow onto the page. Over time, patterns emerged, old wounds around self-worth, fears about failure, that once surfaced could be addressed with compassion rather than resistance. This inner work deepened her resilience and gave her a clearer sense of direction. You might find that spiritual practices like meditation, breathwork, or simply spending time in nature become lifelines this month. They help you reconnect to a part of yourself beyond the storm. A place of peace that remains steady no matter what's happening outside. Remember, Aries, true power comes not just from action but from grounded presence. As this month winds on, these cosmic lessons culminate in a deeper transformation. The chaos of June is a kind of cosmic fire refining your spirit, burning away what no longer serves and making space for new growth. Embrace this process with patience and courage. Your Aries fire, when balanced with wisdom and compassion, is unstoppable. There's so much more ahead to explore, including how to harness these energies to not only survive but thrive. Cultivating peace even amid upheaval. Keep watching, your journey this June is just getting started. As we dive deeper into June's cosmic journey, Aries, the month offers you an incredible opportunity to tap into a spiritual growth phase unlike any other. It's easy to get caught up in the daily hustle, the challenges in love, the ups and downs in your finances, the twists in your career, but beneath all that external movement is a powerful internal shift. This is your chance to reconnect with your inner self, to understand not just what's happening around you, but what it all means on a deeper level. Spiritual growth in astrology isn't just about rituals or mysticism. It's about developing a richer, kinder relationship with yourself. This month, the universe is inviting you to turn inward, to cultivate awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. When the outside world feels chaotic, your inner calm becomes your most valuable asset. Many Aries have shared how moments of meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly in nature have helped them make sense of June's intensity. You might notice a pull toward practices that help you ground your energy, whether it's breathwork, yoga, or even mindful walks. The goal is to find that peaceful center within. A place where the fire inside you isn't wild and uncontrolled, but steady and purposeful. Imagine your Aries energy as a bonfire. Without care, it can burn uncontrollably, but with attention, it provides warmth, light, and guidance. This month is about learning to tend that fire with love and patience. Here's a simple way to start. Each day, take 5 minutes to check in with yourself. Ask, how am I feeling? What do I need right now? You might be surprised how this small habit opens space for clarity and calm. Over time, these moments accumulate, creating a foundation of peace that carries you through even the most turbulent days. The final piece of this June puzzle is about empowerment, about owning your journey and trusting your ability to turn chaos into opportunity. Aries, you are a natural trailblazer. And while this month's upheavals might feel overwhelming, they're also your invitation to step into your power in a new way. This isn't about forcing things or rushing headlong into the unknown, but about embracing flexibility, resilience, and self-trust. Think about the stories of Aries who have faced career pivots, relationship challenges, or financial surprises and came out stronger. They didn't just survive, they transformed. You can too. It starts with recognizing that every shock, every unexpected twist, is a teacher. Instead of resisting, try leaning into the lessons. How can this challenge help you grow? What new paths might open if you allow the old ones to fall away? One Aries I know embraced this mindset fully. She was initially terrified when her job suddenly changed, and she had no clear plan. Instead of panic, she chose curiosity. She asked herself what she really wanted, explored new skills, and reached out to mentors. The result? A new career direction that brought her not only success but joy and fulfillment. Her story shows the power of trusting your inner guidance and the process, even when the road looks uncertain. So, if you're feeling lost or overwhelmed this June, remind yourself that you have everything you need within you. Your fiery spirit is resilient and adaptable. Use this month to cultivate patience, deepen your self-awareness, and embrace the unknown with open arms. Remember, the universe isn't breaking you, it's breaking you open. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you to stay connected with this journey. If you found these insights helpful, please hit that subscribe button and join our growing community here on Zen Mind Peaceful Life. Like this video if it resonated with you, and share it with your fellow Aries or anyone who could use some cosmic guidance this June. Your support helps us keep creating content that uplifts and empowers. And don't forget to comment below, what surprised you most about your June forecast? How are you planning to embrace the shifts ahead? I love reading your stories and creating a space where we can all learn and grow together. Thank you for being here today and trusting me to guide you through this transformative month. Remember, your journey is unique, your strength is immense, and your potential is limitless. Keep shining your light brightly, Aries. Until next time, stay peaceful, stay powerful, and keep your mind zen.